Now, let's talk about something every professional struggles with. That is email communication. Not writing emails, but writing the right emails. So, in this video, I'll show you how AI inside Microsoft Outlook helps you write emails that are more clearer, professional, and context aware, and appropriate as well for different audiences. This is not about clicking generate email and sending it blindly. This is about thinking better with AI assistants. So, I'm going to open Outlook Online. This is how the interface looks like. So let's start with a very realistic scenario. You need to send an email update to your stakeholders about a project delay. This is one of the hardest types of emails to write because you need to be very honest, you need to stay very professional, and you need to protect the trust of your audience. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the new email icon on the left side. When you click on this, you'll see an interface like this. Here you have to write to whom this email is supposed to be sent, and here you have to add a subject. When you click the text icon, you'll see an open icon button or a small pen icon right here. If you don't see it, you can press Alt plus I key and it will be visible to you. So here I'm going to type something like this. Write a professional email informing stakeholders about a 1-week project delay due to technical issues. Keep the tone transparent, calm, and solution-focused. So let's press enter and see what it generates for us. So it says, Dear stakeholders, I hope this message finds you well. I am writing to inform you of an unforeseen delay in our project timeline. Due to some technical issues, we'll need to extend the project deadline by 1 week. We understand the importance of this project and want to assure you that our team is fully committed. We appreciate your understanding and patience throughout this time. Please feel free to reach out. Thank you for your continued support. Best regards, and your name right here. Now pause here. This is something very important. Notice how specific this instruction is. I'm not just saying write an email. I'm telling the Outlook who the audience is, what the problem is, what emotional tone I want. And this is how professionals use AI. So Outlook generates a very professional draft. If you analyze it, you'll see that learning happens right here. You notice that the message starts with the context. It explains the delay without blame. It reassures the recipient about the next steps. And this is already better than what many people write manually. But yeah, we are not done yet. Let's say this email is going to a senior executive and not a teammate. For this, I'm going to ask my AI to rewrite this to be more concise and executive level. When I press enter, it has started rewriting my email. So it says, I hope this message finds you well. Due to unforeseen technical issues, our current project will experience a 1-week delay beyond the original deadline. Our team is working diligently to resolve these challenges and has implemented a comprehensive plan to prevent future interruptions, and so on. So it says, thank you for your continued support and collaboration. If you have any more questions or concerns, please feel free to reach out. So you see how instantly the Outlook reduces the unnecessary explanation. It focuses only on the impact and keeps the accountability very clear. So instead of generic replies, Outlook AI analyzes the email thread, previous context, and your role in the conversation. It also suggests replies that actually make sense. This is critical. AI gives you a starting point and not the final answer. Now, here is an advanced technique most people don't use. Let's say you want your email to sound very confident, very persuasive, or maybe diplomatic. For that, you can simply go to Outlook's AI, which is right here, and you can say something like, make this email more confident, yet very polite. And you'll watch how the wording changes instantly. It is more subtle, it is more professional, and it is more correct. This is not a grammar correction. This is communication intelligence. So before we go on, I want you to make one thing very clear. AI in Outlook is not about writing more emails. It's about writing better emails in less time. What you have to do is always review the dates, the commitments, and the promises. Think of AI as your communication assistant, not your original voice. Practice more and you'll be getting a better grip on writing emails. In the next video, we'll look at something equally powerful, and that is how AI helps you manage email overload and not just write messages from the scratch. Now that we know how to write emails with AI, let's talk about the bigger problem. Too many emails. Most professionals don't struggle with writing. They struggle with long threads, too many CCs, missing action items. And this is where AI in Outlook becomes extremely valuable. So I'm opening my Outlook again, and I'm opening a long email thread. You have probably seen something like this. Maybe 10 replies, multiple people, different opinions, and better decisions. So instead of reading everything manually, I click on Summarize with AI. And within seconds, Outlook will give me a clear summary, key discussions, and what was decided. So you see, this is a very long email thread, and we see a summary by Copilot button right here. If you press this, you'll see it has started scanning all my emails. And within seconds, it has generated a summary. It says, Alishba requested the team to finalize the website redesign timeline and share the availability and dependencies by end of the day tomorrow, noting that development estimates and content migration may affect delivery. So if you read this email, you'll see that this is very much relevant. Next, it says you indicated core page development will take about 3 weeks. But API integration depends on final content approval, and any delay in content could push development by a week. You indicated core page development will take about 3 weeks, but API integration depends on final content approval, and any delay in content could push development by a week. Next, it says, Alishba stated content drafting will finish by next Friday, with legal review possibly adding 3 to 4 days and approval before they cannot be granted. And then it says it will take, Alishba will adjust and share a revised timeline tomorrow and ask the team to flag major risks. So if you close this and read all these emails, you'll notice that the Copilot is absolutely correct. It has identified what the conversation was going, and it has accurately looked at the deadlines and what the theme of the email was. So this alone can save you hours of work every week. But let's go deeper. Now I'm going to ask Outlook's AI to highlight actionable items from this thread. So I'm going to type my prompt in the Copilot section. And now I'm going to press enter. Let's see what insights it gets from this email thread. So within seconds, it has generated the answer. It says here are the key action items from the email. First is the timeline revision. So Sarah will adjust the draft timeline and share a revised version tomorrow. Next is risk identification. And then we had the content completion followed by development, dependencies, and much more. So it has also given us an improved version of our email. So this is, you see, it is very powerful. And instead of guessing what you're supposed to do, Outlook identifies your task, it clarifies your responsibilities, it surfaces deadlines, and this is incredibly useful in project management, client communication, and cross-team collaboration. So yeah, let's talk about something about follow-ups, because this is where things usually break. So you can go to your Copilot. In the message section, you can ask it to draft a follow-up email based on this thread, and it will create an email within seconds. Even if you look at these suggestions, you can ask for, yes, please create a structured task list, or provide more details and what the next steps are for the teams. So you can ask these questions as well. And Outlook will create a follow-up that will reference your discussion. It will clarify the next steps that are going to be happening, and it will keep the tone very professional. This will prevent all the miscommunication within your team, which is one of the biggest workplace risks. Now, here's a professional level insight. AI summaries are not just for reading less. They help you think more clearer. So when you read a summary, you can immediately decide, do I need to reply or do I need to act? Can I archive this? This is inbox control and not inbox cleanup. So yeah, let me share an important limitation, because this is professional training, not just marketing. AI summaries may miss emotional nuance, oversimplify complex discussions. So, always open the full thread when discussions are critical, legal or financial matters are involved. So, yeah, AI helps you prioritize and not replace the judgment. Before we wrap up this section, here's the workflow I always recommend. Use AI to summarize, use AI to extract actions, and use AI to draft replies. Then apply your judgment. This is a must. If you master this, Outlook stops being stressful and starts working for you. So, by the end of this section of this course, you can bring everything together. You can show a real end-to-end workflow across Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and Outlook with the help of AI, that is Copilot.